Hi there, very good morning to all our viewers. Welcome to Hot Stocks right here on 89, the Mumbai News Center.
And I'm Neeraj Shah, and the markets flat in today's trade. There's a bit of a tug of war out there, but a lot of stocks have gained ground as the day has gone by. So Axis Bank, amongst the top gainers on the index, 2.5%. Mind you, I think this is not because of the fact that the results are very good, but because of the fact that there are a lot of talk about how the numbers would be worse off than what was expected, and maybe that is leading to a bit of a relief out there in Axis Bank. Bharti Airtel up close to 1%, despite the subscription numbers not being the healthiest. There is some strength in Maruti in today's session too. On the flip side, Tata Motors and a couple of these cement stocks give way. ACC and Ambuja Cements. Speaking of cement, before we talk about some other stocks, just pull up the stock price of Madras Cement for you and show you what's really happening on that counter. It's down maybe, it's not a very liquid stock is Madras Cement. Should pull that one up for you. But a few days earlier, Madras Cement came out with a resolution that they will share, they sought shareholders' approval for spending 50 crores or 5% of net profit for CSR activities every year. ENAM has come out with a report, I think, or a brokerage has come out with a report saying that this proposal would result in an 8% reduction in FY14 EPS estimates, and their target is 165. So they have recommended a sell on Madras Cement. But that aside, a lot of liquid names today and lots of stocks which are moved up on rumors in the session. ICSA is the first one. There's rumors of a management change happening at ICSA, and that one is down. Precall is the other one, wherein there's talk of a large auto company which may pick up stake, and Precall is up in the session. West Coast Paper, there is a continued uptrend in West Coast Paper, up 10% in today's session too, despite a stake sell denial coming in. Tilaknagar Industries is the other one. May not be as healthily up today as for the last few sessions, but Morgan Stanley has bought 10 lakh shares, and the stock has moved one way from 56, 57 odd all the way to 72 in a matter of 2 or 3 sessions. So watch out for those. And a couple of volume buzzers in trade include a Shriram EPC, a Sabero Organics, and a Dhanlakshmi Bank. Not to forget an Orient Paper, which continues to rise and shine. So close to 4% in yesterday's trade, and Orient Paper up another 10% in today's session.
Let's get in some specific brokerage calls in this morning. It's been really a mixed bag as far as Reliance earnings are concerned. Some brokerages continuing to maintain an underweight. Goldman Sachs, of course, continues to maintain a buy on the stock with a target of 930. In the meanwhile, Credit Suisse maintains an outperformer rating on Maruti Suzuki. Brokerage has upped the price target from 1341 to 1551 as it believes Maruti is the best recovery play among autos. CS says that key near-term catalysts for the stock include the launch of the refreshed Alto and production scale-up at Manesar. Brokerage has upped EPS estimates by 13% for FY13 and about 6% for FY14. In the meanwhile, Standard Chartered, and they are maintaining an inline rating for Reliance Industries with a price target of 817. The stock, of course, has had a muted opening, 830. Whereabouts in the session. Brokerage says that back-ended earnings drivers as well as risk of softening refining margins in the near term should keep the stock range bound. In fact, Standard Chartered expects Reliance Industries earnings to remain lackluster in the near term until new polyester chain projects get commissioned in mid-FY14 and should get a big lift only in FY16 to FY17. Let's keep it with the theme this morning of discussing individual counters. Let's go across to a research desk and get in Darshan and Yatin, as always, to give us their sense of what they're picking up from the market. Darshan, come to you first. So what are you hearing from your sources?
Tanvi, Grasim is something that I'm hearing. Over the past few days, the counter has been active, and institutional desks do indicate that the promoter circle is actively accumulating Grasim at every level. So more of a positional trade on Grasim. The next one is Power Finance Corporation, and the market buzz is that, the lenders for Suzlon will report the company for corporate debt restructuring, and Power Finance Corporation has exposure to the tune of almost 1,000 crores on Suzlon, which is a bit of a negative for Power Finance Corporation in case the company goes into CDR. Obviously, second tranche of the FCCB, the company could not repay and they had defaulted. So a lot of negative sentiment on Suzlon because of the debt. And the last one, as you already pointed out, Maruti is something that dealers are recommending. Credit Suisse has come out with this report in which the target price is over 1,550. So they are liking Maruti Suzuki more on a long-term basis.
Okay, thanks a lot for that, Darshan. So those are 2 or 3 stocks to watch out for. We'll get a check on PFC on the charts as well. But before we do that, Yatin, What is it that your dealing room sources are telling you?
Well, Neeraj, Havells India and the stock has been hitting new highs continuously, and most of the brokerages have been also given a bullish calls. What we understand from the dealing room is that there is a severe or a big order placed by a few institutional investors for buying Havells India, and possibly there could be a quick 10 to 12 rupees intraday upside is what dealers are indicating in Havells India. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Also, we have Lupin, wherein a lot of insurance funds have been sellers in the counter for quite some time. There is also an event that the new drug policy, pricing policy, will not be favorable as far as Lupin and Cipla is concerned. So most of the insurance funds have been reducing the exposure as far as frontline pharma stocks are concerned, especially Lupin, wherein dealers are anticipating a target of 550 on the lower side. And Symphony, the stock is almost down 3.5% last time I checked. The results will come out today. Now, there is a buzz on the street, and most of the analysts are believing that Symphony, which gave a superb result last quarter, this quarter they will not be able to meet the expectations. Possibly, the results will be on the weak side, something on the lines of TTK Prestige. So possibly there could be another 5 to 7% downside in Symphony, is what most of the dealing rooms have been recommending to their clients.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. We'll actually talk about Symphony as well, but Yatin's dealing room sources saying that it correct by close to 5 or 10 odd % from the current levels, 550, the levels at which the dealing rooms are looking at. Thanks a lot for that, Darshan, as well as Yatin.